Welcome to True Crime Tuesday, where I break down real crimes that inspired well-known urban legends. And you may have heard about the hotel that scared the NBA away, the Skirvin in downtown Oklahoma City. While most people talk about the spirit of Effie, the maid who may or may not have leapt from a 10th floor window, many don't know about the actual tragic and suspicious death of the hotel's first operating manager, Frederick Schrubel. Schrubel was a key figure in the hotel's opening and early operation, and by most accounts he was respected and trusted by the Skirvin family. On the day of his death, he attended a scheduled directors meeting where financial matters were discussed, including questions about stock he had agreed to purchase in the hotel company but may not have fully paid for. According to Period reporting, he told the directors that he would return shortly with certain bills and records needed for the meeting, but he never came back. Eventually, Schrubel was found in the bathroom of his private apartment, dead from a gunshot wound. His death was deeply shocking to those who worked with him, and newspapers immediately began covering the story in detail. The coroner ultimately ruled it a suicide, but early coverage shows that people at the time weren't completely sure. Several newspapers pointed out that there were no gunpowder burns on his face, something they believed should have been present if the gun had been fired at a close range. The undertaker also mentioned noticing a small bruise on Schrubel's face, and a doctor described his body lying partly behind the bathroom door in a position that he found a little unusual. Witness statements from that afternoon also didn't line up perfectly. Some said Schrubel seemed worried but not distraught, and there seemed to be some disagreement as to his movements in the immediate lead up to his death. There was also the rumor that Schrubel had recently broken up a disturbance among hotel employees and that some had even threatened him. Despite the early questions, the coroner's jury closed the case as a suicide, and the story faded from the papers quickly. Months later, the only follow-ups involved reports of forged checks connected to his name, hints of financial stress, but nothing that clearly explains what happened. Today, more than a century later, Schrubel's death remains a quiet part of the Skirvin's history. Not a ghost story, but a moment that left just enough unanswered questions to linger. And in a hotel already known for strange tales, sometimes the real mysteries are the ones in the old newspapers. Don't forget to follow if you enjoy stories like these, and if you want to hear more about the ghost stories that haunt the Skirvin, be sure to check out our full video.